Hello, good afternoon. 4 p.m. movement snackers. Who's back in? It's me again, double whammy. Double whammy in on Monday the 10th of August. Hello, catcher-uppers. Who's catching up today? You know the score. Keep telling us how the after party's gone for you. I can see quite a lot of you have been catching up on the noonday. And I noticed that quite a lot of the catcher-uppers just join the after party only a little bit late, and maybe sometimes towards the tail end of it. So, yeah, it's not. I'm just wondering, are you an after partier or just a bit later? I don't know. Maybe there's a new category just born here. Anyway, goodbye after party. Gotta go and mingle because Miss Perry and Pen's arrived. Hola, Pen. Come on, Pen, where are you? Somewhere in Spain. And did I read you've covered 700Ks so far? Come on, give us a brief synopsis of how far you've walked and why. Come on, put it in there so all the movement snackers can see, please. Hello, Miss P. Hi, Bex and everyone. Are you in for a stretch and sway? Hello, Deb. Deb. You're on time. Do you have nothing better to do? Have you been for your walk? Had your bath, been for a walk? I've changed location today. I hope it goes okay. The acoustics are a little bit different in this room. But I think I'm okay. For the stretch and sway, shall we say. Oh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. You know the score. We've got about 4 minutes on this preamble. If you're new and this is the first time, just bear with us on this preamble. We get to the serious movement snacking business in a moment. Pen's doing the Camino, is it called the Camino Way, Pen? 310 kilometres to go, 600 kilometres done. Pen has walked 600 kilometres in how long, Pen? How many days you've been at that? I loved the picture of your boots that you posted yesterday, by the way. Anyway, Janet, I'm still trying to work out what EOTHO means. You said you've been for brunch and that you're ready for a run around the block, brackets, not really. And I've been trying to work out what EOTHO means in your message. Pen, I can't often, but just to let you know, mate, today it's Monday the 10th of August. Christine, you're back. You're back for it's your third today, I think. Who's in for a third? Who's in on their third movement snack for this one, please? Christine, I think it's you. Eat out. Is that a thing? Have I missed something? That sounds like some kind of government thing. Eat out to help out. I don't know why I'm laughing, sorry. It might be inappropriate, but is that your acronym, Janet, or is that a thing? Eat out to help out. I think it might be a thing. So you've been on an EOTHO. Got it. Anyway, what are you telling me, Pen? Into week 5 tomorrow. You've been walking for 5 weeks, 14 days to go. Oh my goodness. Incredible. How's your feet? Who else? Christine's given me 3 ticks, so that tells me that yes, this is number 3 today. A trio of movement snacks for you, Christine. Half price food, Monday to Wednesday. Got you, Janet. Got you. Understood. So now you're in for a stretch and sway. Gillian with the J's in. Windy and Port Talbot. Jeannie's in. She's with us from Bridgend. Feel like puff pastry. Oh, is that your feet? That's Pen, not Janet. Okay, sorry. I do need to get my messages and my people right. Hello, Maddie. Daggers is in. Afternoon, Bex and everyone. Still hot. Cat is here. We're both in the bedroom. I've got a cat in the room at the minute. He was wandering around, but he's gone over there now. Afternoon, Jane. Edinburgh's in. Hello. We're gonna just get you in the zone. Hello, Vivian and Bolton. Thumping Thunder in Shrewsbury. We're gonna do. I've opted today. I've been giving quite a lot of thought today. Yes, I have. And we're going to start with something that we did a long time ago. And I'm thinking around One of my favourite sayings is that simplicity is the ultimate in sophistication. So what I've got for you today is a relatively simple hand-gaze coordinated movement, but actually quite complex. So, and then we're going to incorporate some sways and some what I call moving stretches. So we'll take a slightly different approach to the stretch and sway today. Jill Burns is in. Jill is in. I like that, Jill. Just get to the point. Jill is in. Like it very much. I'm going to do it now. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to follow your message, Jill, and just get to the point. 3, 2, 1. Bex Townley is in. Welcome to the 4 p.m. movement snack number 3 in the bag. And for this one, we focus on coordination, slow sway type movements. So if you are in standing, you will definitely need some external support. Use that external support or take the sit option. But if you're fairly confident in stand and you've got a really good bit of external support, opt for the sway if you can. And we're going to start everything. Can't see a thing now. Who's that? Kim. Hello, Kim. I haven't seen you for a while. My cat Bellatrix is watching with me in the garden. Great to see you, Kim. Great to see you. Let's get ready for Cirque Boost. Ready? Hello, Bristol. Francis is in. Come on. All right. So I've had to customise the sofa. As you can see, the sofa's quite low. So that's my seated option today. Here's my fixed option, solid. Let's start with the circulation boost. External support is about hip height is right. This is pretty much perfect for me here. And for the sways, probably best to have the external support in front of us. Let's do the Cirque boost. In standing, gap between feet, lift and lengthen. Buckets and blades. If you were in on the noon, we talked about buckets to get the pelvis right. Don't tilt water out the back, don't tilt water out the front. This is the bucket. And lift and open, a little bit of squeeze through the shoulder blades, and the Cirque boost starts here. Okay, so I know it's warm/thundering. Couple of minutes here of the Cirque boost, focusing on ankles, feet and toes, and lifted supporting parts, and just bring in the steady arm march, really specific. So I don't want just wafty, wavy arms. This doesn't move from the elbow, it moves from the shoulder. I said that with feeling, didn't I? Too many wafty arm marches going on the internet these days. Come on, let's have a purposeful one. I trust in you all, movement snackers. Changing arms as and when you're ready. Keep going if that's your stand. Here's the sit options. I'm going to just take it on the corner slightly so you can see what's going on. So if you feel a bit squashed and slumped, lift and lengthen, so level your buckets, loads of support here, and start the Cirque boost either from the top end, here, all the options down the bottom. Could be heels, could be toes, could be march. The other reason I wanted to come up here and show you here, can you see how low this sofa is? So can you see what happens to my range of motion if I'm a little bit too low? I'm really squeezed in here because my knee is already a little bit higher. So ideally, working from a slightly higher chair is going to be better. If you do feel a bit squeezed and you haven't got a choice about chair, take a little bit of an extension here. Cirque boost through the toes or heels, bringing the arms together. In stand is the same. How should you feel after the Cirque boost? Like you need to take a couple of extra breaths, just this. So we've just lifted the heart rate out of rest, and regardless of how warm you feel, we've prepared the body best for a little bit more movement now. We're going to start our sway and our coordination. I'm going to suggest that you might just want to take a perch and sit down for the beginning of this one, or do take up support. I'll show you once from here, and then I'm going to come closer to explain a little bit more. So, really focus on lift and open. Do you remember we talked about in previous weeks that little airbags under your armpits, just to lift and open here. A little bit more going on through the shoulder blades, like so. So you feel really strong and active. Okay, have a look. I'm going to bring the hand up to the front and look at the hand. turn, 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 follow the hand, and at this point, turn forward and the hand continues. And then we change sides. I just want to show you from here that as I turn to face the hand, my hand stays to the side. It doesn't go behind the body. Here, it's like it floats down, fingertips down a wall at the side. And then the other one comes up, turn to follow, and then take it down. If you have any concerns with balance, have it in front here, and then take it here. Okay, get into the swing of that. I'm going to just come closer so that I can explain a little bit more. So you're continuing with this watching the hand. Just be aware the distance between you and the hand. And if in a moment you think that your nose is almost on your hand, correct that. So we want to keep the same. It's like there's a force field around, and that distance stays the same. That's all part of this kind of multiple understanding of where our hands are in space. Have a look. There. Look forward, the hand carries on. Here. Look forward, the hand carries on. So even when we're not looking at the hand, we know where it is in space. That's what this is about. That's not the end of it. Now, either continue rehearsing that fluid action and this consistent distance, all on this support, and you may want to add a little bit of sway with that if you would like, from side to side. In seated, it's exactly the same. Maintain lifted, and if you would like, you can add a little bit of shift from one buttock to the other, if you would like. But really focus on the gaze and the hand. Here's the next thing. I just add in one more thing, and then we'll move on to the stretch. What's the other hand doing while this one is moving? And for this one, you're going to have to change your support option so that your hips are slightly on here, there, because I need both hands for this one, okay? Knees are a little bit soft, up and tall. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Have a look first and then pick it up when you see it. So here we go. I'm looking at the hand, and as I turn to come forward, my other hand is already there. So what's happening here is both hands are always in motion. Both hands are always in motion. And ask yourself, are both of my hands always in motion? Rehearse it, practice that. So here's the key things. My gaze is on one hand, but the other one, I'm aware that the other hand is also moving. So your mission, if you choose to accept it, take up support or sit down, rehearse it and ask, are both hands always moving? Into stretch, ready, steady. That's waving hands like clouds. Just thought I'd tell you that. Or clowns, or you can replace that for any other kind of noun. It's okay. Here we go. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. We're going to prepare for chest stretch. Now, in preparing for chest stretch, sit or stand, let's take some buckets and some bucket squeezes, just to get the posture lifted and squeezed. And you can add in an extra little sway here on the hands if you would like. Sit or stand, or backside on some support. And when you're ready, whenever you're ready, go for the fixed stretch position. If you would like, here. Aiming to hold, a little bit of hold, 8-12 seconds, or you just might want to come out of it and take some extra fluid movements and just go in again, here. And the aim is to just go through ranges of motion that you don't ordinarily go through. Add a little squeeze, a little pause over time, stretching out all of the chest muscles, and I think you can feel and see. This is all about extending, opening. We've got some shoulder in there as well. Okay, moving on. This all links, can you see, to our top trio of the morning mobility that you did with Kaus this morning. Sit or stand. For this bit now, really focus on quality of movement. If your balance feels challenged, have a sit down, because we want the priority to be in these bigger ranges of motion with the pause. All right, so let's just take a hand over the head, and just be aware of that elbow lifting and opening. And if that's not comfortable to go that high, then you just take it lower, preparing for the back of the arm stretch. Okay, so on the next one, fingertips to shoulders. Can you walk it over? Now you might want to walk it over and you might want to walk it out again. Slow, slow, slow. And it might just take you a few times to walk into a position that's comfortable for you, or you might want to offer some support. There. And can you feel we're looking to just take a little pause in a bigger range of motion. My head is still, nothing else moving, my shoulders are down, and release out. So it's okay just to move in and out of these positions and go for the fix when you're ready. Let's try the other one. So here, this might help or it might not. If you can't get fingers to here, it's okay. No worries, we just go ease and lower. It's a bit like the biggest stuff that we do in Noon. We just kind of go find the range, and each time, can I find then the one that gets me my optimum range of motion? Going for the hold there, and you'll feel this all the way down here. Keep breathing. Ease it out, so moving slowly in and out of this stuff. And can you feel, but literally trying to increase the range of motion, taking those muscles, they're all warm from the day and movement and all the sway we've just done. We're trying to encourage bigger ranges. Sit or stand, take up support. I'm going to stay here so you can see. Next one is just go for a reach, but come straight back out. And for this reach, the arm is slightly in front of the body. This is quite significant for comfort around shoulder, and it's almost like a functional reach and grab. And if you would like, follow the hand, follow that gaze slightly forward and up. And if you would like, on any given one, have a pause and feel the stretch down here, but the hold in that upward position, just a couple of seconds. If you would like, and especially if you're in seated, if I'm here, you might want to use support down here at the side, take a lift here, and then take a little extra squeeze, but come straight back out. Don't stay there. And if hands and shoulders aren't happy being up there, I'd go for our shirt off move. Or that could either be done with single arms. We're trying to extend and lengthen down the side of the trunk. 4, reach, grab, lift, push, carry, all that stuff. Which brings us down to back of thigh and calf. Now, if standing activities aren't on your radar, hopefully there's another option, enough options for you to go around there. So either repeat the upper body stretches or go back to waving the hands. See how you go with that. Here's the 2 stretches for legs. Now, I tend to always focus on the seated option for the back of thigh. If you prefer the standing option, then go for that. The biggest limiter really on the standing option is strength of thighs and knees. So it's essentially the same position. I'll give you a little flash of that today, but Dave and Cass have covered it many times. So here we go for back of thigh. Take the leg out. Buckets and blades are still important. By blades we mean shoulder blades. So lift and open, squeeze them a little bit closer together. And make sure your bucket isn't leaking water out the back. Lift and level it out. Once you've got your bucket in the right position, the bucket is the pelvis, you may already feel this stretch. You may already be there. Once the leg is out, once this correct position or this optimum position is here, posture points are in, you may feel the sensation of stretch. If not, Maintain your breath and take the hinge. This is the hinge, 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 until you start to feel the stretch sensation kind of in the belly of the back of the thigh, or you might feel it behind the back of the knee. Relax the foot, the knee's a little bit bent. Ease out of this slowly. Have a, what I call a switch off, and then you may want to go again. Now it is important that this is slow in, a little pause and a slow out. And hopefully you can feel this is how we can get down there. So when I have this mobility and I have this kind of stretch potential here in this muscle, it enables me to get to all the places we need to reach. That's why we're doing this. Same on the other leg. Repeat. So if you continue with the other leg, I just do a little snapshot of stand, take up support. If you know that you have one leg stronger than the other, or you know that you have troublesome knees, I will always say go for seated alternative, but I also know some of you like the standing one. Here's the support if you need. I take a step forward, and can you see I generate that same position by bending this other leg? So there it is still, knees a bit soft, but can you see the requirement for strength of this leg? This leg replaces that chair, and then slowly come out. The hinge is exactly the same, and if you know you've got strong thighs, this may be a way of laying a little bit more out that stretch. See how you go. Let's just take a little bit of foot pump, couple of these, maybe one of those again, shirt off. Let's prepare for calf stretch. We need ankles for walking, ankles for getting on shoes and socks. We need ankles for getting up slopes, steps, stairs, undulating surfaces, and for all that, we need calf muscles. So if you're in standing activities, this is a critical one. Take up support. Here's the options. All of the buttock press and the backward step and the foot placement that we talked about, ball of foot. And now feel your way, literally feel, roll through that foot. Can you get the heel down? If at any point it becomes uncomfortable, you slowly come out, step it in a little bit, reduce that stride width, and go down again. Can you see my feet are forwards? If I turn sideways, can you see I'm still in parallel? By that I mean I haven't gone to there, so I've still got the stability of hip width. Take the step in and take the other one. Now the further back I go, the greater the stretch, and also, if I change legs here, you'll see an additional stretch here. If you would like, and you want to bring in an extra reach, you'll feel a deeper stretch down the side and here in the front of the hip. This is our chair-shaped muscle here, isn't it? So this one really helps stretch that out. Seated options for calf. So perhaps you want more control around that, and perhaps balance isn't quite up for that split stride position. Here's the options in sit. Take the leg out, have a look at the foot, and squeeze that toe back. And as the toe comes back, the heel goes forward. Can you feel? You feel two things. Effort in the front of the shin, because that's the muscles pulling back the toes, and stretch in the back of the calf, possibly right in the back of the knee as well. And come out. So just take a series of those, little pause and hold if you can, and release out. Don't forget to do both legs. Da, da, da. All right, that's the stretches done. I'm going to task you to get this hand sequence, gay coordination go. This gaze going on here. Slow, slow, slow is better. I will be back with you. I'm not on a double whammy tomorrow. Oh, that's a complete lie. I won't see you tomorrow at all. We're all over the place this week. Counts is on the 8 a.m. in outside broadcast unit, as you know, and Dave is covering my 4. So I'll see you on Wednesday for the next waving hands like a crazy clown. Thanks for joining me. See you later. Keep the comments coming. I'm going to have a read of them now.